2 for the World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Challenge. Trying to get to level 60 without dying. We made Trixie yesterday. We got to level 6 or 7. I decided, hey, I woke up early this morning. I'm going to play a little bit before work. I'm just really excited to be doing this. So I'm just going to sneak on and play just a little bit more. And we died. We died bad. So here we are. Round 2. This time trying a paladin rather than a warlock to see maybe if that makes it a little easier. Paladins are a lot slower, but also a lot more hardy, so we're gonna give it a try here.
Be careful.
So we gotta start all the way over. Level 1, no gear, nothing, all the boring stuff. We gotta just go smack kobolds for a half an hour and see if we can get a level up. So.
Hello. Have a good one.
Let's see here. Wolves across the border. So we need wolves and kobolds. And this is paladin gameplay. This is peak paladin circa 2004. This is what you do. You walk up and you right click things and here you go. But since I'm fighting wolves, I do have a sort of wolf story to tell that I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in, a few more of the regulars to come in, and I'm going to tell you a wonderful story today about coyotes and a few other things on my mind today. So really excited to get to talk about all those things. Bubble's here. Welcome in, Bubble. Emmy, I think Emmy was here first. Emmy's kind of just been chilling in the background. Hi, Emmy. I love you. How's it going today, Bubble? Ooh, frayed pants. We're already getting some armor. We're making progress. Okay, Emmy. Let's see. Tell me if I fixed the voice mod thing. Everyone said it was creepy, but I don't know if that means it's creepy good or creepy bad. So you're gonna have to tell me if my voice got fixed here. Let's try a new one here. How about let's do Agatha. Packing for vacation? That's exciting. Are you going back to Australia? I'd be jealous if you were going to go back to Australia. No voice mod happening, huh? Okay, how about now? Going to Aruba? Going to Australia at the end of the year? Isn't that in that song? The Aruba, Jamaica. That's like Kokomo, pretty sure. Kokomo by, wait, I can get it. That's the Beach Boys. Yeah, see, I got one. I wanted to say Beastie Boys, but I knew that was wrong. So we're learning. Okay, so let's talk about, since I'm killing wolves in the game. The other day when I got to work, so I get to work at about 4:30, 4:50 in the morning, depending on traffic. So it's still dark out. So I got to work, and it's still dark. I'm the only person in the parking lot because I am really, really early. And I roll down my windows, just kind of sit there, look at my phone for a couple minutes, and I just hear ominous howling off in the distance. But it's not like off in the distance, like, oh, huh, neat. It's like there's some wolves or something, like within 500 feet of my car, like too close for comfort. So I was a little put off by that, but I said, you know what, it's probably, maybe there's like a zoo near us, or, you know, it's probably fine. So I'm just going to go inside, and I'll be quick so they won't get me in the parking lot. So today I was going for my usual walk, and when I go for my walks, I like to go outside, so I just walk around the perimeter of the building. And so I'm just going for my walk, and I look up, and there are two coyotes just kind of casually jaunting towards me. And, like, I grew up in the country. I know that coyotes aren't really dangerous. Like, if there's too many coyotes and they're, like, cornered or sick or hurt, they can potentially hurt you. But I know it's the whole, you know, they're more scared of you than you are of them. I understand that. So I wasn't too scared, but I was like, you know what? I should probably tell our security that there's a small pack of coyotes hanging out in our parking lot, because, you know, that could be a safety concern. So I'm going to do the right thing and go tell them, like, hey, there's some coyotes out here. So I walk inside, and I'm like, hey, y'all know there's some coyotes living in the bushes out there? Like, they're on the property? And the dude's just like, oh yeah, I saw a pack of 7 of them, 8 of them, or something like that the other day. They just kind of own the parking lot now, so just avoid them and you'll be okay. And, like, I don't feel like that's not the appropriate answer. Like, you're security. I'm not asking you to, like, go out there and tase the wolves or go beat them down with a nightstick, but, like, it might be time to call animal control, or, I don't know, maybe, like, our facilities, or just anyone to say, hey, like, there's a pack of coyotes running around. And, you know, it's not just like, okay, well, they can have the north side of the parking lot, and we'll just tell employees not to go to the north side of the parking lot. Like, that's not how this should work. It shouldn't be that I now have to worry about when I get out of my car every morning, like, is the pack of coyotes going to come get me? And the sad thing is, my first thought of that is, like, do I get workman's comp for that? Like, what does my employee handbook say if I'm mauled by coyotes in the parking lot? Do I get a week off? Do I get a month off? Do I just not have to come back to work ever again? Like, I'm pretty sure they don't have a contingency plan for mauled by coyotes. So, I don't know.
Careful. Go with honor.
I don't know what they're going to do about it, but I want them to do something. I don't know what, but I feel like they should do something about the coyotes running rampant on the property. And then someone else said that there was a giant vulture that they caught in the street near us, and I've seen some pretty exotic birds there, so I don't know, like, I don't know what's gone wrong. I don't know if, like, there's been a zoo escape or what happened, but apparently there's just exotic animals running absolutely wild all over the place. So, yeah, that's a problem. So if you don't hear from me anymore, you'll know the coyotes got me. So there's closure for you, at least. If I stop streaming, you can blame it on the coyotes, and you'll need to avenge me from the coyotes. I was also thinking today, I'm trying to think of how to word this, because I need to word it carefully and smartly. So, you know how I've been talking about, like, I really want to find what it is I'm good at, what my special talent is, you know, what makes waffles waffles. And there is one special talent I have that we have talked about in the past, but it sucks because my special talent is literally just a sin. You know, it's bad. Like, my special talent is I am really, really, really good at lying, which is very not useful for a Catholic considering we're not allowed to lie. So, I had this thought today, and this is, I guess you'd count it as intrusive thinking. I in no way, shape, or form intend to do this. But I was thinking, if work's going to cash me out all this money, they're going to basically pay me a year's wages plus a bonus up front, and I'm going to have unemployment coming in. That's going to be a large deposit into my bank account. And if I was not who I am now, if I never found God, if I just did whatever I wanted, you know how easy it would be for me to grow a following and like a Twitch and TikTok account, being like one of those fake influencers who sells you like the how to be rich? Because like having all that money in my bank account means I could have plenty of screenshots of like, look, here's a $30,000 deposit in my bank. Buy my guide on how to be rich so you can have $30,000 deposits into your account as well. Right? And I won't have to go to work for a while, so I could literally spend all day doing things. And when people are like, well, how can you afford to just sit around and not work all day? It's like, oh, well, I retired early, right? Buy my guide and see how you can retire at 30 just like me and do whatever you want all day instead of having to go to work. Like, I would have all the tools necessary to fleece people as a fake financial guru with that money. And again, that is not something I'm going to do. It is not something I endorse. It's something that is very awful and is a real problem in the world. But like, thinking how easy that would be to do and all those tools, are just like, man, I want my special talent. My special talent is wrong, so I need a different special talent. But like, this would be so easy to do. I'd have a couple months to set it up. Like I said, could do those videos like, oh, look, I'm going to the ATM, show you the ATM screen, here's $30,000 in the bank account. Could do things where you just shoot TikToks where it's like, look, I just bought a brand new drone. And then you just return it and get all your money back, and you have this fake persona of being rich, and then gullible people be like, oh, I want to be rich like him. I will buy his get rich quick guide. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, as everyone wants to get rich quick. They buy your get rich quick guide, and then you actually become rich. Like, all the tools are there. They will be within my grasp. I'm just not allowed to use them, nor should I want to use them. Let me be clear, I'm not saying that I really wish I could do this. It's not like, oh man, if it wasn't for Jesus, I could be rich. Like, I'm saying it's a bad thing, and this is a bad thought to have, but I can't help but think it. And, we don't talk enough about society as invasive thoughts, but everyone has them, right? There are people who pretend there's no such thing, like, that when you're walking, you wonder, like, if I push that person down the escalator, how long would they fall for? And people are like, oh, you're a monster. I would never think that. You're a liar. Everyone has those thoughts. And we are not proud of them. We don't act on them. We can, as responsible adults, acknowledge that sometimes our brains tell us to think messed up things. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a good person. It's a simple fact of life, right? Like, sometimes you just wonder, like, what would happen if I pushed that old lady and ran? How far could I get before the police would get me? Like, that's a completely reasonable and normal thought. And the fact that no one is talking in chat as I'm saying this is making me think that I should regret saying any of this, and that y'all are just sitting there like, no, we don't have those thoughts. I don't think about pushing old ladies down the stairs. So y'all making me nervous now. But I stand by, everyone has those thoughts. No, I'm just hunting. Emmy is still playing Palia. I need to go play some more Palia to get some content, because my Palia videos are actually getting like hundreds of views, so apparently Palia is where it's at for the views. But no, I don't think about pushing ladies down the stairs. I'm just using that as an example, right? Some people are like, what would happen if I, punted that child, or what would happen if I just stole this handbag and run, and it's, it's different for every person, but it just exists in general, in the, we got the zeitgeist of knowledge, we're all messed up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm also looking at, and I know I can count on Bubble, and I know I can count on Emmy. Both of you will follow me wherever I go, my loyal and adoring fans. I'm pretty sure we would lose Dexter, but there is a Catholic Creators Guild that I found that's invited me to write some content for them and make some content for them, and I'm like debating like how deep do I want to get into this. But they started their own like streaming service, and a part of me wants to try it, like Catholic streaming, find other Catholics. Like, it would definitely niche me down. I would be off of YouTube and Twitch, but like, also, how many people are going to a random Catholic streaming site to watch me play World of Warcraft and talk about getting mauled by coyotes? Like I'm pretty sure that is you two people. Like, I'm pretty sure I have found my niche. You are the only 2 or 3 people in the world who would tune in to listen to a Catholic guy talk about pushing old ladies down the stairs and being mauled to death by coyotes. Like that, if you ever want to talk about niche content, that is as niche of content as you get. I guess I violated my own rule, and I finally niched down. I have found my niche. I don't think being Catholic has anything to do with that. I'm fairly certain the coyotes can smell the Catholic on me. I'm not saying that they didn't attack me because I'm Catholic, but I am saying that I was wearing my rosary today and they ran away from me, so maybe they were demon coyotes. Maybe they didn't like to see my good pal Jesus. We don't know. These are things we don't know. Science can't explain. Your science cannot explain to me why coyotes fear my rosary. Okay, SCC. I'm just saying. There are coincidences, and then there's God. Like, there's some overlap, but not always. On that topic, though, we need to talk about Nefarious. Emmy and I finally got to see Nefarious last night. As far as Christian movies go, probably one of the best Christian movies that I've seen. It wasn't too heavy-handed. The writing was good. The cinematography was like actually enjoyable. Like, it was a phenomenal film through and through. Like, the actors acted their hearts out. Like, they gave it their all, like a true passion for it. And it was, I can't really find a flaw with the movie. There were some great quotes that came out of there. There was some great, it was a good horror movie. Like, it was a genuine horror movie. Like, there were no jump scares. There was no just like, oh, look at all the body horror and gore. Like, oh, isn't it so bad? Like, it was a good movie. It was a great horror movie, and it was a good Christian movie. And very rarely would you ever get all 3 of those. We watched The Meg 2. We wanted to see The Meg 2. We never got around to seeing it in theaters, but we actually, the first Meg movie wasn't terrible, right? So we actually want to see that one. The first Meg movie was enjoyable enough. As far as those kind of movies go, right? Like the shut your brain off and just enjoy the action movie. As far as that goes, it was pretty good. I liked The Meg. I'm excited to see Meg 2. Still need to see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a movie coming out next week in theaters that Emmy found that's playing for one day only. What was it? The Satanic Hispanics? And it's got like decent ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, so we might go see that one. Seems like a outrageous premise, but it can't be worse than Cocaine Bear or what was the other one we saw? Velocipaster or anything like that, right? So there's actually an interesting horror movie we found on Amazon, and I'm trying to remember what it was called, but it's like one guy making his own little B-rated horror films, and it's basically like his house is haunted, or there's like a haunted doll in the house, and it's got like a really ridiculous name, and the whole like cinematography is outrageous. I wish I could remember the name of it. The other one we saw that was just so terrible, was Llamageddon. That one was just absolutely ridiculous. I want to see Velocipaster so bad. Velocipaster is worth a watch. It's another one of those like cult classics. They did a good job making a horror movie that's so bad that is good. Definitely recommend watching Velocipaster. Everyone said playing a Paladin is much slower than playing a Warlock in Classic, but honestly, I feel like I'm going much faster right now because I'm not having to stop and drink, and I'm actually doing decent auto attack damage. Like, I feel like I'm making good progress. Should watch the show Irreverent. Solid Christian themes while also being funny and actiony. How inappropriate is it? Because one of the things that I have found that is super hard is I work with spreadsheets all day. So I sit in a little cubicle all by myself in my own little world. And I tend to just turn on like some background noise, just like comfort TV. And what I have found is that so much TV is just too inappropriate to have on at work. Like, I can't have Family Guy on, right? Just the visual gags, the nudity. There's no way. So I'm always on the lookout for long-running shows that don't have nudity or excessive gore or violence. And, like, y'all know I like anime. I really enjoy anime. It's basically impossible to watch anime at work. Because like I can't find an anime that doesn't have the inappropriate stuff in it. Like, even I've been really into there's an anime called Restaurant from Another World, and it's just a really nice chill slice of life where every episode is a different character who comes to the restaurant and kind of goes into their story of why they're ordering a certain food or why they enjoy a certain food. Like, it's a very simple, wholesome premise. Good premise. And so you think, oh, well, why would that have anything inappropriate? And yet, like every other shot, it just lingers too long on certain frames, and you're like, why am I looking at a skirt shot right now when we're talking about food? Like, it doesn't make sense, and it's so frustrating because there's a lot of anime that I would like to watch and get through, but it's just like they have all these random inappropriate things that don't even need to be there. It doesn't add to the story. It doesn't help anything. It's just like, hey, here's some anime, but also here's some inappropriate body parts. Like, do you like that? Will you watch our show now? Like, it makes zero sense. No nudity or anything, but there's a lot of violence and fights. It's primetime level TV. Okay. Like, I'm pretty much resigned to watching My Little Pony and, like, 90s cartoons. And even 90s cartoons half the time are too gory, violent, or strange to have on, so...
Safe travel. Have a good one. See you.
Alright. Let's see. We got a new hammer. Let's put on the hammer. We got better boots. Put on the boots.
What can I do for you? Or the Alliance?
Turn in that quest. Give us that. Okay, I think we got one new spell. I love that Zombie 101 anime, but the nudity is too much. Zombie 101...
Greetings.
And see, that's really is, like, the frustrating thing, right? Like, Zom 101 did something unique and special. Like, it's doing something in anime that hasn't really been explored all that much. And I really enjoy that. But, yeah, I wasn't watching as much as Emmy was, but, yeah, apparently there was a lot more nudity and inappropriateness than I was paying attention to. Watch Bluey. I do want to watch Bluey, actually. So the way we do it is we will rent 1 month of a different streaming service, and then we will, watch all the stuff we can on there, and then the next month we'll cancel and rent something else. So we really wanted to watch the new My Hero Academia season, which meant that we had to rent Crunchyroll, which means I get to see new My Hero Academia with Emmy, which I wanted to see. I'm really excited for that. But it also means that I don't get to watch anything else because I can't watch anime at work. So yeah, next month will probably be Disney Plus. I guess I could finally watch Star Wars, right? Star Wars isn't too violent or there's the Bikini Leia. What's her name? Princess Leia. There's that, which probably isn't good. But I can't think of anything else off top of my head that would be bad for that. Leia? Yeah, see? I knew her name. Leia, same thing. Basically. It's all the same thing. So I might get Disney Plus. So I can watch Bluey. I can watch some of the Star Wars, catch up on Star Wars. I feel like everyone's seen Star Wars, so it'd be okay. Alright, let's see. We need 12 laborers and Garrick's head. Okay. And we got Seal of Righteousness, Devotion Aura, and Judgment.
It's too far away.
I'm pretty sure I can't even use Judgment yet. Oh, I guess Judgment can be used. Okay. I guess I'll have to see what else Disney has. I'm sure they've got a lot. It's been a while since we had Disney Plus like a year ago, so I'm certain there's probably at least a few shows that have come out that would be worth watching. Probably. I can't think of them right now, but I'm certain there's something. Gotta be something. I don't know why we're going back and forth. We might as well just invite this guy to a party and do some of these things, right? Like, might as well fight together. The new Little Mermaid will be on this week. I mean, I didn't even like the first Little Mermaid, so I can't say that I'm too excited for that. I know that's unpopular, but like I don't remember ever liking the Little Mermaid, to be honest. I could watch Mulan. Love Mulan. I'd watch Mulan again. Probably the one Disney movie I've seen the most is Mulan, followed by WALL-E. I watched WALL-E way too many times. It's not for me, it's for Emmy. I'm pretty sure Emmy doesn't want to see the new Little Mermaid either. The Disney remakes have not been good. I didn't want to be part of your world anyways. Little Mermaid is iconic. Is it though? Is it? Like when you say iconic, like Taylor Swift is iconic. Little Mermaid, like, I'm pretty sure no one younger than, like, 20 has heard of the Little Mermaid until they did the remake. I refuse to watch any of the Disney live-action remakes. They butchered Mulan so bad with the live-action remake. And they had such an opportunity to make such a good movie. Like, how do you mess up Mulan? It was so good. I don't understand how they messed up Mulan. I loathe what they're doing to Snow White. Alright, that's one quest done. I haven't seen any of the live action remakes. Almost done with Once Upon a Time. I'm pretty sure Emmy used to watch Once Upon a Time. Did like the live action Cinderella, Jungle Book, and Aladdin. They were okay. I wasn't a huge fan, but I also didn't really like any of those movies as a regular Disney movies, so it makes sense if I didn't like if I didn't like the good movie, then having the live action remake isn't going to suddenly make it better, you know? Once Upon a Time is my guilty pleasure trash show. Everyone's got one of those, right? Like Desperate Housewives or Jersey Shore, or I'm pretty sure everyone's got some sort of. The Beauty and the Beast was also great. Okay, but not Beauty and the Beast, but do you remember? I'm pretty sure it was called Tattooed. Do you remember that live action movie that was Beauty and the Beast, but instead of a beast, it was just a guy who was tattooed? And so he like exiled himself to a castle. It was like, no, my tattoos are too sick. The world can't see them. They can't stand my wicked sick tattoos. Do you remember that movie? Because it was terrible. I saw the live action of Aladdin. I forgot I saw it on a plane. What was that? Was it called Tattoo? I'm pretty sure it was called Tattoo. It was so dumb of a premise of a movie. I remember the CW Beauty and the Beast. That's because the CW ruins everything. Like, they ran Supernatural into the ground. The first 2 seasons of Supernatural were so awesome, and then it just went off the rails. I don't know why they did that to Supernatural. Disney's not doing it to Snow White, the actress is. Alright, quests done. Let's go turn those in. Once Upon a Time had the best Snow White. They should have made her like that. I like, as far as fairy tales go, there's a game called... Well, I think it was originally a graphic novel. Oh boy. What is it? I played it a little bit on stream, I think. It was like... You play as a cop who's the big bad wolf, and all the fairy tales are using glams to live in the real world, but they have to hide, and he's a detective. What was that called? It'll come to me. It was a good game. Pretty sure it was a book first. Pretty sure that we're going to get more of it.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
See, get put on the layered tunic. I had a crush on Captain Hook for a while. Edgar! Hello, Edgar. How are you doing? Am I planning on getting Super Mario Brothers Wonder? Yes. I will be getting Super Mario Bros. Wonder. When does it come out? Have they announced a launch date? I thought it was still pretty far away. Is it? Is it coming soon? Oh, excuse me. October 20th? Really? That soon? Because here's what I was thinking. We always get like a new Mario game or a new Zelda game when there's a new console, right? So I was thinking we're not going to get a new Zelda game for a while because we just got Breath of the Wild, right? So I was thinking, okay, so maybe the new Mario Wonder will launch with the Switch too, but apparently not. So, interesting. I will probably get it when it comes out. Like, I'm a sucker for Mario games. They're classic, they're good, they're fun. I don't see why I wouldn't get it. Haven't heard anything about a new Switch console. There's rumors for days about a new Switch console. Nothing solid, but so much potential for a new console. So we're all on copium for that. We're all hoping for it, but not gonna. I don't think we're gonna see a Switch 2. Nintendo doesn't do 2s right away, right? We got the Wii U, was the closest thing we ever got to a continuation of a console. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do something else completely crazy and then maybe a Switch 2 way down the line. Especially because, like, we now have the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, and someone else is coming out with a console, right? So they have too much competition. I don't think they're going to do it again. You caught me a green glowy fireplug? Thank you. It's wild because the Switch is still such a good console, but I don't feel like they need to upgrade it just yet. Well, the problem is now they're competing with...
Careful for the Alliance.
They're competing with actual, like, games, right? Like, they're competing against the Steam Deck. They're competing against things like that. So I'm pretty sure they're in trouble as far as that goes. So we'll see, but I'm pretty sure that they're sweating pretty hard, probably. Thank you so much, Emmy, for catching me a bug. I like the bug. Alright, let's turn in a quest.
Looking for something specific?
Give me the spring water. Thank you. Going to the Fargo Deep Mine. I'm not sure if we can go to the Dark Moon Fair yet and get an experience boost, but let's check it out. Have that. Let's see, can we get a mining trainer? Have to go all the way up to Stormwind for mining. I guess we might as well. We might as well. See, isn't there a flying trainer somewhere? I could have swore there was flying out here. Maybe not. Not for people who play Nintendo exclusive. I just wish you could emulate on Switch. I wouldn't need anything else if you could. Like, not even like true emulation. They don't even need to put emulators on there. Nintendo could make a killing. Like, they released the Atari Classics, the Rare Classics. Like, that was all the rage, right? If they released a Classics bundle, like, here's all the Game Boy games, or here's all the GameCube games, things like that, they could make such a killing. And we already know that, right? Like, how many times, if we're honest with ourselves, how many times have we purchased Mario? Like, the original Mario Brothers. I've probably bought some version of that game at least 10 times. I've probably bought at least 7 copies of Doom 1, right? So, like, if it's a good game, people will buy it. So it's there. They just don't... They don't want it. They don't want it. Alright, we're running slow. Run slowly into Stormwind City. We need to go learn to mine from the Dwarven District. And we learned how to... make some copper bracers and a rough copper vest. I want the old Pokemon games. Like, if they released... This is like social experiment of the year. What is the most you would be willing to pay? So we're talking like, what is the most money you would shell out if they offered you...
Good day to you. See you later.
Every Pokemon game. If you got Pokemon green, blue, red, yellow, black, white, diamond, pearl, gold, silver, sun, moon, alpha, ruby, omega, all the handheld Pokemon, you got all the mainline games in one package. What is the most that you would pay for that? Because I think they could release them as like a $200 package. I think people would buy all the mainline Pokemon games for $200. I think they would do it. I know people complain about $70 games. I know they're really upset about $100 games. I think they could bundle all the Pokemon games together for $200. And I think people would pay that. I'm pretty confident in that. Not with today's graphics, just as they are. No remake, no, it's just here's access to all the original Pokemon games. And connected to Pokebank. Yes, it would connect to Pokebank. I would definitely love modern day remakes. We're just saying they're just a pure port. Just here's Pokemon Green, Red, Yellow, Blue, everything. I think they could do it. I think there'd be people who'd be upset about it, but I think they could do it.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
Grab a mining pick and train me in the mining. Perfect. Now we can start our blacksmithing, find minerals, to the mines. And, like, I'm fairly certain they could do that with all the Nintendo Classics. They could release Nintendo Classics Volume 1, and it would just be Mario 1, Mario 2, The Lost Levels, actual Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy. I bet they could probably sell that for $60, almost $100. I'm not a Pokemon player, but I can kind of see Nintendo do something like in Pokemon Collection. That's the thing, is we've all been begging for a Pokemon Collection forever, and they just won't do it. I don't know why. As I say though, Nintendo's not dumb, right? They have some person who has crunched the numbers and for whatever reason says, yep, this is the smart decision to make, is not to release it, but like, it's free money. It's free real estate. It's sitting there for you right there, Nintendo. Clutch onto it. And if they want to be really scumbaggy about it, they want to do some real scumbaggery, they could release it with like a limited edition super rare Pokemon card so that all the collectors would have to buy the game too for the rare Pokemon card for their card collection. Like, again, I'm not proud of it, but apparently that's my cutie mark, is scumbaggery. If I don't know what lying and scumbaggery looks like, but if someone can have a symbol for it, I guess that's my cutie mark. And that sucks. I'd rather have it be a camera or like anything else. Cooking. I need to be better at cooking. Emmy and I were talking about that. Though she showed me a TikTok that had like a cooking robot that you literally put container A, you put the ground beef in, container B, you put the noodles in, C, you put the oil in, and then D, E, F, G, H, I, you put all the spices in, and then you say, machine, make me pasta. And it'll do all the cooking for you. You just have to put the ingredients in there, and then it does the rest for you. And not gonna lie, that's tempting. As someone who sucks at cooking, it's real tempting. Especially because I'm nerdy. I like my technology. I like being on the cutting edge of technology. Like, I kind of want it. I saw that robot. The prep took longer than the cooking. Yeah, but that's not the point, right? Like, the point isn't that it's faster. The point is that it's cool, right? How many people get to say that a robot cooked their meal for dinner, right? That's some TikTok clout right there. Like, you know what would be, and this is one of those things, again, I love technology. And I will buy the dumbest technology. I was one of the first adopters of like smartwatches. I have so many smartwatches that are so old because I love adopting like technology in the early stages. Like imagine that cooking robot and then you hook it up to your VR helmet. Like imagine getting a 3D VR walkthrough of your meal being cooked for you by the cooking robot. To me, that's the future. Like, yeah, sure, land on Mars, whatever. Let me watch my meal be prepped in 3D in a VR helmet. That's cool. That's what I want. That's the technology we need. But I'm pretty sure we're a little ways away from that too. I'm pretty sure we're not quite at virtual reality. Like, you know, Domino's has that pizza tracker that shows you like, oh, your pizza's being cooked right now. Your pizza's being pulled out of the oven. Like, I want a future where I can order a pizza from Domino's and then I can put on my VR headset and virtually queue in the store and see the store and watch them make my pizza. I don't want to be there in person. I want to experience watching my pizza be cooked in virtual reality. That's cool. It's called reality. Just watch the thing. But no. See that you're missing the point. Like, yeah, it's cool to watch something be cooked in real life. But the second you put the VR helmet on, now it's a virtual reality experience. It's something different. It's cyberpunk. Cyberpunk kitchen, right? Like that's a whole different, that's an entirely different beast you're talking about now. And I'm here for it. I love me some just weird, obscure, unnecessary technology. I know I'm not alone in that, though. Like, Apple's selling that, was it their $3,000 mixed reality helmet? Like, people love unnecessary technology. I'm not alone in that. Come get your man. He belongs to the void now. Like, I bought a tiny camera that hooks to my hat so that I can walk around and record things while I'm recording things. Like, I love my weird technology. Like, I have it, let's see, where is it? Somewhere around here, I have the first smartwatch. And not just the first smartwatch, but it was the first smartwatch made on Kickstarter, and it was called Pebble, and it was a little like e-ink display, so it was terrible, hard to see, had a weird charger that no one in the world had ever seen before, and all it did was hook to your phone and read your text messages and tell you the time. Like, that's all it did. That's it. But I wanted it. Because how cool is it to look at your text messages without having to look at your phone, right? Like, that's some Star Trek stuff back when it came out. That was the epitome of technology. Like, yes, please. Oh man, I forgot this is what the Dark Moon Fair is. I forgot the Dark Moon Fair kind of sucks. Is there still free experience? I'm pretty sure there's not free experience here either, so... Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Like, I had one of the first smartphones, the actual, like, I know BlackBerry came first, and not BlackBerry, but like the first Droid, the first Android phone. Oh, I was all over that. I was making like $10 an hour at the bank, and I was like, I'm going to buy a $100 a month cell phone, because how cool is a smartphone? How cool is it to be able to watch YouTube on your phone? Nobody had that. Bring on the early technology. Got some gold dust. Let's see, there's plenty of copper. We need to get that copper. Let's go. Let's go get the copper. Now, I talked about this yesterday. You never go into caves because caves are a death trap, and that's exactly how I died this morning, was breaking my rule to go into a cave. So I would like to point out that I am not going into a cave. I am going into a mine, and that is completely different. That is a totally different thing right here. And two, it's full of loot. I didn't get a smartphone until I was 21. We're the same age. Yeah, I bought one when I was like 18. Like as soon as they came out. As soon as I could. Okay, these guys don't run, so we don't have to worry about them going and aggroing more dudes. We just have to worry about these blind corners like that, where they come from all angles and beat the tar out of you because you can't see what you're getting yourself into. That could have been bad. Let's try that again. Maybe we should go in the other way. Let's pull this guy back and out. One at a time. Alright, we're going spelunk. Oh, someone's getting the copper ore. I'm too late. They're going to mine all the stuff. These darn guys are going to make me too late to get the goodies. And I'm doing all this risk for nothing now. Which you would think would make me stop, and yet here we are. Still doing it. Okay, I still see one. We might be lucky enough to get one copper. Oh, it pulled 3. Run. Run. Run away. Hey, if you want to fight that's on you. I am not dying here. Can't stop, won't stop.
And his name is John C.
I'll invite this person if they wanna come spelunking in the mines with me. They are more than welcome. Team up so we don't die. Awesome. They do not have mining. Alright. This is good. I get all the ore. They'll do some of the killing for me. We found a good friendship. We're just going to leech off this mage to do all the heavy lifting for us. And all we have to do is get kicked in the face in return. So, you know. I think that's a fair deal. Also, this is one of the things I love about playing old school WoW. Like, I literally picked up a shovel off one of these dudes, and that shovel was better than what I was already using. So I'm just sitting here casually using a shovel. Because modern WoW, you feel like too much of a hero, right? You're finding epic loot on everything. Right now, we're the lowest of the low. Literally picked up a shovel off of a dead kobold, and it's better than the weapon I'm using. Like, it doesn't get much more, like, low-class adventurer than that. Than literally picking up a shovel and hitting people with it. Alright, we'll let this person drink their water. We definitely don't want to do more fights like that, though, so we got to be a little bit more careful. Oh.
That's still recharging.
Alright. They need a necklace. I need ore, so... Still see that it looks like there's 2, 3 things below us, so... Flimsy chain cloak. I'm gonna level up in this cave. Let them drink. The slow and tedious way of playing World of Warcraft. Kill something, drink. Kill something, drink. The good old days. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one either. Level 10 rare. Probably mess us up pretty bad. Don't want to die at level 5. We gotta at least make it farther than we did last time, which means I need to make it to level 10. Treasure chests. Ooh, we got a spirit scroll. They're gonna let us open the chest. It'll probably have like 5 copper pieces in it. Ooh, a silver leaf and a potion. Oh, they're missing out. That potion could literally be a lifesaver. We're gonna put that on the hotbar, just in case. Heal up. Alright. Down goes Gold Tooth. And then we're going to have to come back in here and do that quest that we just helped them do, so... I know we talked about it a lot yesterday, but it's so much is like, go into the cave and then go turn in the quest, and then go back to the cave, and then turn in the quest, and go back to the cave. buckler. And out we go. One more to kill.
That's still recharging.
We got extra kitties in the house today, and they were gonna come see me, but apparently they're scared of me. I don't know why. I've not done anything to them. Done nothing but love the kitties. No. Has not seen me.
That's still recharging.
Alright. Let's go turn these quests in. How much copper do we have? We have 10, which means we should have enough to make some gear, which will put us slightly ahead. Better plate armor, at least. And we got some money. Some spirit, some silver leaf. Turn in some quests.
You need something? See you around.
Bag of marbles, which is super powerful.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
Grab that quest.
Good day to you.
Sell some useless stuff to you. Oh, no, we want that linen cloth. Don't sell that. Okay.
Safe travel. Greetings.
See. Next level, Holy Light. Physical protection. Seal the Crusader. Take it all. I wonder if I can learn Resurrection. Like, you're not allowed to resurrect, right? So I wonder if they will legitimately let you resurrect or not in the game, whether you can learn it or if it's just like not even allowed to learn the spell. Be interesting to see. Divine Protection, we definitely need that. Holy Light rank 2. Put that there. And Sealed the Crusader. Okay. You okay?
Yeah, I just knocked her thing.
Okay. Blacksmithing, let us make a copper vest. We need...
What can I do for you?
Open for business. Have a good one.
Greetings.
Where's the guy who sells the stuff we need?
Care to help you? Have a good one.
Like, who's gonna sell... Where's the guy who sells the hammer we need? Trade supplies, this guy. We need a blacksmith hammer. There we go.
Light bless you.
Alright. So we got enough. We can make a chopper vest, so let's make that. Some pants. A bracer. And let's do some weight stones. See, this is how I died last time right here. Is Darkest Dungeon said it best. So they said overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Like, I've got some awesome armor. I'm doing good. I've got a potion. I've got my bag of marbles. Like, this is where the overconfidence comes in, and I'm totally gonna die because I think I can't die. I'm over prepared, and then then it's going to sneak up on me. So you just watch.
What can I help you with?
This is my downfall.
Go with honor.
Alright, we got those. We got a weight stone to increase our damage. Alright. I feel like this is a good stopping point. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, today we pray for your will to be done for all of us. Lord, often we pray for, give me this, give me that, give me a promotion, give me more money, give me the lottery, give me a new car, give me a new house. So instead of all the give me, Lord, we're just going to pray that whatever it is that is your will, that is supposed to happen, let it be done according to your will, how you want to be done, and help us to accept those things, help us to understand those things, and help us to see the world not through our eyes, not through human eyes, but through your eyes, Lord. And finally, we pray for those souls in purgatory, those souls who have no one else to pray for them. Lord, help them to be purified and enter your everlasting kingdom of love. Well, thank you everyone for coming and hanging out today, watching me make yet another character and fail this challenge. I probably won't stream again until Friday. I know we're going to be busy on Thursday, so maybe. But tomorrow's Warhammer Day, so doing Warhammer tomorrow. So take care, have a blessed evening, and we will see you again later this week.